Okay.
whatever you get.
All right. I don't usually, but I'll mute myself so that I'm not
Okay.
popping up on the screen or anything. Let's see if I can. Where's my.
Well, welcome. I am so excited to be able to bring this offering to Fulltime families. I'm Landis, for those that haven't met me. And this is my first time teaching online, and it is my first time teaching while actually practicing. So we're super excited that this opportunity is here for all of us while we're quarantined. So always do what feels good for you. If something feels super yummy and you want to stay, feel free to stay. If something isn't your jam, by all means, do whatever feels good for you in your body. I want you to feel good in your body, and just come along and play with us and practice. It should be pretty chill-ish today. I don't know. I just will go wherever the body is calling us to go and connecting with our breath. But other than that, we'll go ahead and get started. We're actually going to get started in a seated position. So come to a comfortable seat, cross-legged. And then I move parts of my body around. I'm in a larger body, so I just move parts of my body around. So I really like to get the flesh out of the way to really feel those sits bones connected to the earth. And then you kind of just have this little bit of a tall spine, and maybe move around a little bit from side to side to see where the spine naturally stacks. It shouldn't be a lot of effort on the core or hurting your back to be able to just let that spine naturally stack. And so when you feel that in the crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling, maybe begin to shut the eyes and relax the shoulders down the spine and begin to settle in. Noticing the breath, not changing it at this point or altering it, simply noticing how you arrived today, whether you're feeling good this morning or whatever time it is that you're watching this, whether you have a little bit of anxiety, and not even labeling that bad or good, just simply noticing it. Where do you feel that? Whether your emotion is joy, anxiety, whether you're tired, like, can you find where you feel that in your body? Envision what that looks like. Does it have a shape, a color? And maybe as we begin to move and practice, the shape changes, the colors change, and you can notice that along your journey this morning. Feeling the belly expand as you take the breath in. And maybe even softening or again closing the eyes if you haven't done so already, and just trusting the sound of my voice to really let this be your practice and move how your body asks you to move. On an inhale, you're going to feel the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, you're going to bring left ear towards the left shoulder. Feel the expansion on the right side of the neck, keeping that right shoulder down. Sometimes it likes to creep up with you, but allowing that right shoulder to stay down, maybe even letting the right fingertips come to the ground. So if this is good, feel free to stay here. If you're craving just a little bit more on this neck, taking that left hand, placing it by the ear, and allowing the natural weight to add to this stretch. You're not pulling you're not pulling that weight down, just allowing the natural weight of the hand to help intensify this stretch. And sitting tall in the body the whole entire time, and noticing if you're starting to hunch over, keeping that spine long as you stretch through the neck. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, leaving your ear at your shoulder, letting the hands come to your thighs. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly bringing the nose towards the thigh, rotating down this way, again, keeping the spine long. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale, nose towards the thigh. 2 more times. Inhale, ear towards the shoulder. Exhale, nose towards the thigh. Last time, ear to the shoulder. Exhale, nose to the thigh. Inhale, ear to shoulder, roll the head, set it up straight. Take a big breath in and an exhale. Inhale, finding that length again through the spine as the crown, imagining there's a string at the top of the head, pulls you high. Exhale, this time right ear to right shoulder. Noticing if this side feels any different. Sometimes we think our 2 sides should feel exactly the same. That actually isn't true. So tender to each side as is needed. Whether you stay here, whether you take those left fingertips and walk them out to your side. And again, maybe you stay here, maybe you add in the hand by the ear. Our neck is our sensitive area, so it just takes some gentle stretching here. So listen to your body, what it needs. Maybe this isn't your jam. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, the ear stays where it is, but the hands come to the knees. Inhale, ear staying on the shoulder. Exhale, rotating the nose down towards the thigh. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale, nose towards the thigh. Inhale, ear comes to the shoulder. Exhale. Final time, inhaling, ear to shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, bring the ear to the shoulder and head up straight. Take a big breath out. Inhale, find that length one more time. Exhale, chin comes towards the chest, rolling the shoulder blades down the back. Again, sometimes they try to come up, our spine tries to curve. So keeping that tall spine, and it's just bending the neck. Chin comes towards the chest. Feel those 2 opposing forces of the shoulder blades slipping down the back as the crown of the head reaches forward. And again, maybe you stay here. If you like a little bit more, interlacing the fingers and lightly place them on the back of the head. Again, not to pull down, but just the natural weight of the hands. And notice to play around, like whether you feel better with the elbows out or the elbows towards the earth. Stay for breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale. Leaving the chin towards the chest. Exhale, the hands come down towards the thighs. Inhale, rolling that left ear up towards the shoulder, staying here. Exhale, chin comes towards the chest all the way through, right ear, right shoulder, maybe tilting the head back slightly. Exhale, chin to the chest, rolling to the other side, tilting the head back even a little bit more. And then take these head circles over on your own. Maybe you tilt your head back all the way, opening up through the throat, rolling one direction and then the other. Take 2 more circles. And you're ready, come to a place to where your head is back on straight. Inhale, fingertips reaching up to the ceiling, finding length in the side of the body. Exhale, right hand comes to left knee, left hand comes behind you. Coming into this twist and making sure that this left hand is behind you, that you haven't like fallen backwards, that you still stay upright, keeping that spine long, maybe looking over that left shoulder. Inhale, the crown of the head reaches. Exhale, maybe you twist ever so slightly more. Another breath in, find length. Exhale, deepen just a little bit more. Inhale, coming back through center, fingertips reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, opposite direction. So right hand comes behind you, left hand on the knee. And this left hand on the knee is simply resting. You're not using this to pull you. It's your center that's turning you. So find that length as the crown of the head reaches, and then through your center, turn and look over that right shoulder. Another breath in, find length. Exhaling, maybe you deepen the twist a little bit more, keeping that left hip grounded to the earth. Another breath in. And another breath out. Inhale, coming fingertips to center. Exhale, rolling forward so you're on your hands and your knees. Coming into that tabletop posture. So your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. Feeling the crown of the head reaching towards the front of the room as the tailbone reaches to the back. We want to have that opposing force, that long spine, feeling that length, letting the energy flow. On an inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, roll the spine, chin comes towards the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, feeling the belly sinking down to the ground. Exhale, roll, chin to chest, feeling the skin on the shoulder blades stretching as you press away. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, and then take this over on your own breath. Maybe you make hip circles, maybe you dip to one side and then the other. Looking over one shoulder. Rocking your pelvis forward and backward, all these options. Take them or leave them. Move how your body wants you to move, warming up that spine before we begin our practice. Take 3 more breaths of movement any way that feels good to you. And then land back into that tabletop, feeling the hands press into the earth, that long spine. On an inhale, take your left toes and send them to the back of the mat, toes tucked, touching the earth, and then pressing through the heel, feeling a stretch in the back of leg. Maybe you rock a little bit forward and backward, feeling that stretch in the calf, finding that stillness, that place to pause. And then sending your attention to the back of that left thigh. So energetically think of lighting up the back of that left thigh. On an inhale, through the back of that left thigh, lift the left heel up off the ground, pulling belly button in away from the shirt that you're wearing, sending the right fingertips forward as if shaking my hand, coming into this spinal balance. Lengthen on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, find length, fingertips all the way to the toes. Exhale, set it all down. Coming to your other side, sending the right toes to the back of the mat. Toes touch, find the earth. And then maybe rock forward or backward, stretching through the toes, the calf, finding what you feel. Where do you feel it? And then energetically sending all of that space to the back of the left or right thigh. From that space, lifting the right heel up off the ground, sinking the left fingertips forward, belly button pulled in, finding spinal balance, stretch. These two opposing forces pulling away from the center. Another breath in and out. One more inhale, find length, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, set it all down. Take 2 cat-cows, rinsing that out. Come back to that neutral spine, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back into your first down dog, pedal it out. Feeling and lighting up, moving the back of the thighs, hands pressing into the earth, away from it. As your heels reach down towards the ground. So these two, again, opposing forces, heels reaching to the ground, hands pressing away. Find stillness, take a breath in. As you exhale, melting your heart towards your thighs. Another breath in and out. One more inhale. Deepen on the exhale. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, come up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, feet come to the hands. However they arrive is fine. Whether you baby step, hop, skip, jump, float. Have a generous bend in your knees. And in my body, I actually like to take my flesh here and move it out away from each other, creating more space for me to get into this ragdoll even deeper. And then once you find that deep pose, maybe begin to sway, let go of the head, maybe even shake the head yes, no, open and close the jaw, maybe grab opposite elbows. Feel the hamstrings, the backs of the legs lighting up, but feeling anything that still might be stuck in your body rolling off of your back, absorbed on the earth. It's just you and your practice. One more breath in. Exhale, releasing any grip you may have, fingertips coming to the earth, slowly rolling on the inhale, all the way up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Once you arrive, shoulder blades roll down your back. Palms turn forward, feeling the feet grounded into the earth. Maybe softening the gaze or closing the eyes. Find your strength here in your mountain pose. Feeling the front of the body lifting as the back of the body sinks into the ground. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, fingertips reach up to the ceiling, taking a huge breath in, rib cage expands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms come to the shins, crown of the head reaching towards the front of the room. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And then turn around, allow your left hand to grab your right wrist. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding towards the left. Sinking in the side body, that right foot stays grounded and rooted. Maybe even a little twist, opening up. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, coming back up to center, finding length, switching your grip. Exhale, opposite side. Again, feeling this side body rooted into the ground, stretching through the rib cage. Another breath in and out. Inhale, releasing your grip, taking a big breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, again, creating this number 7. Maybe even play around with your thumbs and your hip creases to really create that energy of the tailbone reaching to the back, crown of the head reaching towards the front. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together behind you, interlacing the fingers, knuckles reaching towards the earth, leaning back. Feeling those hip bones reaching forward. Stay for breath in and a breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, keeping the hands where they are, slowly bending the knees, drawing the chest towards the thighs. Maybe the hands stay resting on the back. Maybe they come forward and for a shoulder stretch, whatever feels good for you and your body. One more breath in. Exhale, releasing the hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms find the ground, toes come to the back, coming into your first plank. Stay here. Feeling the hands press away from the earth so much that your shoulder blades puff up. Belly button pulled in away from the shirt that you're wearing. Stay for your inhale and your exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. From here, hopefully you still can see me. Hands come underneath your shoulders, pulling your elbows into your side body, like mirrors on a car. Untucking your toes so the shoelace side of the feet touches the earth. Inhale, slight lift, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slight lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pressing up to cobra, feeling that nice stretch. Maybe rock from side to side, whatever feels good for you in your body. Exhale, lower. Tucking your toes, lighting your quads up so much as the knees pop up off of the ground. Inhale, press up to your plank. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. 2 more breaths. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet come to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up and reach up. Exhale, knees come together. Sink the hips back and down into your first chair. It's early in the morning. Maybe this looks like a bar stool. That's totally fine. And then see what feels good for you in your body. Whether you want space between your ankles or your ankles together, but feel the support of the heels to the body. Making sure you can still see your toes. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, rise up, reach up, huge breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms to the ground, toes to the earth. Go for your flow, what feels good for you. Whether you chaturanga or cobra, whatever is your jam. Exhale, down dog. Knowing you always can skip a flow and just meet a down dog, whatever you want. Inhale, raise the right heel towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, opening up that hip. And then maybe making circles. Feeling the hips stack. Stay for breath in and a breath out. Inhale, extend the right leg long behind you. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, keeping those toes on the left foot grounded. Inhale, rise up, reach up, crescent lunge. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Feeling that left hip, right hip come back in space. I've lost directions because this is opposite. And then feeling the back of the knee lifting up towards the ceiling. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, hands frame the front foot steps back to meet the back, and then lower all the way down. Inhaling cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, raising opposite leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knees, opening up the hip. Feeling that grounded foot rooting. Stay for breath in and a breath out. Inhale, extend the left leg long behind you. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Staying high on those back toes. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Stay for breath in. Feeling the pelvis rooting down to the ground as the fingertips reach up to the ceiling, expanding through the torso. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Go for your flow. Meeting in down dog. Pedal it out. Take a breath. Inhale, raise the right heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. This time, pivoting that left heel down to the ground. Coming into your warrior one. Feeling hips pivoting forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, opening up to your warrior two. So keeping the bend in the knee. And the knife side edge of that back foot cuts into the mat. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Fingertips reaching opposite directions. Inhale, reaching those front fingertips forward. Flip your palm. Exhale, reversing your warrior. Keep the bend in that front knee. Opening up through that rib cage. Feeling the sensation of reaching more than bending over to the side. Another breath in. Exhale, forearm comes to thigh. Left fingertips reach up to the ceiling. Opening up, leaning back. Stay for breath in and a breath out. Inhale, coming back to your warrior two. Pivoting onto the toes, that back foot, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come to the earth and go for your flow. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, lift the left heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, step it in between hands, pivoting that heel back and down. When you feel rooted, rise up, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, opening up to your warrior two. Create space. Take up space on your mat. Find your strength here. Find your warrior to get through these times. Inhale, fingertips reach forward. Flip the palm. Exhale, palm up and over. Feeling that stretch in the side body. Keeping that knee bent. Take a breath in. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Fingertips reaching up to the ceiling. Lean back, opening up. Stay for breath in. Trusting yourself to lean back. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, coming back up to your warrior two. Pivoting onto the toes, the back foot, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands from the front foot. Front foot steps back to meet the back. Go for your flow. Sink in. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Feet come to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees and the hips back into chair. Stay for your breath in. And your breath out. Maybe sink a little bit more. One more inhale. Sink a little bit deeper on the exhale. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the ground, toes to the back. Go through flow. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet come to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands come to the side, finding this mountain again. Feeling the shoulder blades slide down the back. The feet rooted. Maybe soften the gaze, closing the eyes. Coming back to this strength that you started your practice with. Another breath in. Another breath out. Inhale, big breath, fingertips reach. Exhale, forward fold. While you're here, slowly walking your feet out towards the edge of the mat. Taking your peace fingers, wrapping them around your big toes. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, using your arms, pull your chest towards your thighs. And maybe you're starting to straighten through the legs a little. Keeping that muscle from the arms pulling you in. One more breath in. And out, releasing. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding over. This time, if it fits your body, tucking your palms underneath your feet, maybe tickling your wrists with your toes, bending the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and pull in. Sinking in even deeper with every exhale. One more breath in and out. Inhale, releasing. This time, heel toeing your feet to the outside edges of your mat. So the toes are off the mat, heels are on. On an exhale, slowly sinking the hips down. Elbows come to the inner thighs. Palms press against each other into your Malasana squat. If you're up on your toes and this is more like a catcher's pose, that's totally fine too. Whatever feels good for your body, using the posing forces of the elbows pressing against the inner thighs. Keeping that tension there, allowing the hips to sink, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. One more inhale. One more exhale. Slowly allow the hands to come to the earth, rolling yourself up, heel toeing the feet back underneath you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, mountain. Feeling the feet planted and rooted. Shoulder blades sliding down the back. Feeling you're as immovable as you are. Feeling the feet so grounded, as if there's roots growing out of them. Lightly batting the eyes open, finding a focal point, something out in front of you that's not moving, that drishti, that thing to stare at. Get that gaze. And then begin to feel the left foot grounded into the earth. All four corners of the foot planted. You can feel the texture of your mat underneath you. And notice automatically that as that side body begins to feel deeper and grounded and rooted, that the right knee automatically begins to feel lighter, coming up onto the toes of the right foot. Inhale, lifting the right knee up towards the chest. Exhale, opening up towards the side of the room, allowing the sole of the foot to find a place to land, whether that's a kickstand at the ankle, the calf, the inner thigh. Just avoid the knee, feeling the shoulder blades staying back and down, opening up. So allowing these hips to open up. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you raise your branches. Maybe they sway. Maybe for a little bit more of a challenge, you close your eyes. But the growth here is if you fall out, can you come back into this posture without any criticism, without any negative attributes attached to it? Just come back. This is your body, this moment. It'll be different tomorrow. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, slowly bring the knee back towards the chest. Exhale, extend the foot long out in front of you. Hands come back to your sides. Inhale, no toes reach towards the nose. Exhale, stay. One more inhale. Now on your exhale, very slowly, without this foot touching the ground, bring it all the way back towards the back of the room. Head comes towards the front, arms to your sides or out in front of you, coming out to your warrior three. Stay for your breath in and your breath out. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, slowly bringing the knee back up towards the chest. Exhale, set it down. Woo! Shake that off. Get your bloomers fixed, your shirt, whatever you need to do. Let that side go. It's over. It's already forgotten before we switch to the other side. So come back to your mountain, back to that strong starting point, back to your strength. Find that focal point first, that non-moving space to stare at. When you have that gaze, begin to feel the right foot grounded. You can feel the texture of whatever's underneath you. Maybe even lifting the toes and placing them down to really seal the foot to the earth. And notice how the left side automatically begins to feel lighter. Inhale, lifting the left knee up towards the heart. Exhale, opening up. Again, sole of the foot finding a place to land, either kickstand, the calf, the inner thigh. It's all tree. No one's taking any pictures for Instagram, so do what feels good for you and your body because it's all tree. And then fingertips raise. Again, maybe you challenge and close your eyes, feeling the opening in the thighs, the inner hip. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, slowly bring the knee back to center. Exhale, toes come forward, facing your nose, hands to your side. Inhale, lift the toes a little bit higher. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale, slowly bring the foot back behind you, tilting forward, chest coming towards the earth, hands to your sides or out in front of you, whatever feels good for you for your warrior three. Find your power. Find that strong grounding leg. You've got this. Another breath in. Another breath out. Inhale, slowly bringing the knee back up towards the chest. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, huge breath, biggest breath you've taken all morning. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the earth. Go for your final flow. Lower down to the belly. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, plank down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees find the earth. And in my body, I like a wide child's pose. So big toes touch, knees come out wide, sending the hips back, lowering the head to the earth. Feeling the fingertips reaching long to the end of the mat. Feeling the earth and that third eye meeting. Maybe even rocking the head side to side, massaging the forehead. Pressing the hips back and down. Stay for another breath in. And out. Inhale, slowly walking the hands back towards the knees, sitting up onto the knees. Taking that big breath in, fingertips reaching. We're coming to that twist again. So right hand comes to left knee, left hand comes behind you, feeling that twist. Inhale, fingertips reaching. Exhale, twisting the opposite direction. And then inhale, reaching the fingertips forward in front of you. And then taking your right hand to your left fingertips and pulling back, giving that wrist a nice stretch. And then tilting the fingers down like thriller arms, pulling the fingers back. Switching to the opposite side, extending your right hand long, pulling the fingertips back. And then thriller arms, giving that wrist some love. Sometimes we neglect them, so give them the props that they deserve. And then coming back to a seated posture. So drop the hips, swing the feet out in front of you, sole of the feet find the earth, knees pointing up to the ceiling. Again, maybe move some of the flesh out of the way so you can feel the sits bones touch the ground. Chest is lifted, fingertips reaching out in front of you. So give you a couple options here. Maybe you lift one foot and then lift the other. Maybe you already go into boat pose. Whatever feels good for you, feel free to take it, but keep that chest lifted, belly button pulled in tight. Take the breath in and a breath out. Keep the breath flowing. Don't hold it. One more inhale. One more exhale. Rolling back up to seated. Soles of the feet on the earth. Fingertips reaching forward. You're going to slowly lower onto your back on my 10 count. So going very slowly for 10, 9. Keep that strength. Move from the core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3.5, 2.5, 2, 1. Reach fingertips overhead, toes extend long, full body stretch. Feeling the opening in the ribs. Take a big breath in. Feel that expansion from the toes to the fingertips. Exhale, knees coming towards the chest, hands on the shins. Give yourself a nice little rock from side to side. Massage the low back. And then maybe you choose to stay here, bringing the knees in towards the armpits here. Maybe you come up to your calves. Maybe you grab the outside edges of your feet, pulling the knees in towards the armpits, coming into happy baby, your version. If you have a hold of the feet, making this an active stretch by feeling the feet press into the hands as the hands pull down on the feet. Keep this active. This is an active stretch. Keep the intensity going by pulling down on the feet. The feet are pressing. Knees towards the armpits. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Keep the strength there. And then feel free to take this over, whatever feels good, whether you extend through one leg and extend through the other. Maybe you rock your baby. Whatever feels good for you in your body, feel free to take it. And then bringing the knees back to center, setting the feet down on the ground. Hands to your sides, walking the heels in towards the sits bones. So getting the heels in as close as possible. And they're aligned with the hips, so they're not pressing against each other. The knees are not pressing against each other. Heels come in, hands to the side. On an inhale, press through the feet, lifting those hip points up to the sky. Shins pressing forward. Lift on the inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, press through the feet, lift the hips, shins reaching forward. Maybe this time you walk your shoulder blades underneath, fingers interlacing. Inhale, feeling the hips lift a little bit higher. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, slow, lower all the way down. Knees in towards the chest. One more time. Allowing the knees to stay in towards the chest, and then arms come out to the T shape or goalpost. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the knees towards the right side, maybe looking over the left shoulder. Keeping the left shoulder grounded and rooted, pressing against the earth. Coming into this twist, being mindful of your spine, never wanting any pinching or pain. Feeling ease begin to settle into the body. Inhale, bring your nose back to center first, followed by your knees. Take a breath out. Take one more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the knees to the opposite direction. Looking over that right shoulder. If that feels good in your neck, if it doesn't, by all means, listen to your body. Softness in the shoulder blades. Opening up through the chest. Twisting through the spine. Inhale, bringing your nose back to center first, followed by your knees, hands on your shins. One more time. Doing a little rock side to side again. And then find your stillness. Inhale, bring your nose up to your knees, coming into a super tight ball, squeezing so tight, squeezing the face, wrinkling the nose, tight, 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 energizing every part of your body, crinkling your toes. One more breath in. Exhale, releasing to your sweet surrender, your Shavasana. Begin to feel the heels on the earth, softening in the toes, the backs of the legs supported by the earth. Feeling the hip points opening up and releasing, maybe ever so slightly, allowing the toes to fall out. The hands finding ease, softening through the pinky, the ring finger, the middle finger, the pointer finger, and the thumb. The whole hand releases. shoulder blades melt into the earth, feeling the collarbone lengthening. The back of the head presses into the ground ever so slightly, allowing the throat to open and release that throat chakra when you speak your truth. Softening in the jaw, removing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. The wrinkles on the forehead disappear. The cheeks melt. The mouth softens. The whole body is at ease, is at peace. Taking one more final exhale, sinking into your surrender, your Shavasana. Without moving any part of your physical body, bring your awareness back with your breath. Noticing the inhale and the exhale. The natural rise and fall of your belly. And then to awaken the physical body, start by slowly maybe wiggling the fingers and toes. Allowing that movement to grow bigger and bigger. The ankles, the wrists, knees, elbows. Eventually reaching the fingertips up overhead, toes extended long into another delicious full body stretch. And then rolling on to your favorite side and pausing. Allowing all the yummy goodness of this time that you gave yourself to stay with you. Maybe setting an intention to carry it with you throughout the day. Whatever this day brings, carry this peace, this gift you've given yourself all throughout the day. Gently pressing yourself up into a seated posture. We'll meet hands at heart center, eyes closed. Knowing that through this beautiful internet, we are all able to stay connected, whether you're doing the practice now with us or as recorded, that we are together as a full-time family, here to support each other. We take one final breath together as this awesome, amazing RV family. Exhale, bow your head, honoring yourself, honoring each other. May you go in your perfectly imperfect self. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Namaste. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Landis.
Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions or